speaker, Miss Mutiara Bahir. Would you please join me up here?
Just call me Mutiara without the miss.
Okay, boleh. Okay, Mutiara Bahir, you are a football enthusiast, a football activist. Could you share with us about Women in Football Malaysia?
Hi everyone, thank you for having me here today at FAS Training Center. I'm very happy to see leopard training out there. I'm happy to have all the skills here with us. Means so much to me to be here with the girls and having this skills session, especially at FAS Innovation Hub, where we started off Innovation Hub back during the pandemic online, and now to have it physical, especially for FAS Women's Super League, it is a great honor. And WIF in fact started out of pandemic as well. If I can say, is during that times I was still with the social team, and I wanted progress. I wanted more, and I've not, to be honest, I've not been with any female team. I've not been in any women's team. I need to clear that off, because I don't want to mislead anyone on that. But I've been championing women in football, for the whole ecosystem. Because at that point, I feel there's no support for women. And in fact, I can't remember which team was it. It's not AIF, where the girls was playing, and no one even talk about it. And I think that's not fair. So we need to step up. As I said earlier, I've not been into any women's team, and I have no knowledge of women's football. Therefore, I have brought on 3 other friends of mine whom I met at a D licensed coaching at FM. Belinda and Chris and Shah. We are all from different background, came together and support each other up to today.
Right, thank you. So, what would a successful ecosystem for women in football for Selangor and Malaysia should look like?
I feel there is no guarantee, not no guarantee, but there's no specific idea of success, because success is different for all different people. But I believe what Selangor has done now has been an inspiration. In fact, just not for any women's team or clubs, but even for ourselves as WIF, because we wanted, I remember when we started, we wanted women's award, we wanted women's league, we wanted women's grassroots, we wanted women's, all that we wanted actually has been delivered by FAS Selangor. But I knew to progress, we want more. We always want more. So therefore, I hope there will be more women's clinic, more women's coaching classes, more women's sports science, more women's journalists, more women's referee, more women's team manager. I remember that we commented on FAS Selangor Instagram page recently when they had this voting for coach last year, and we want to say we want woman coach. And I believe the rules are different this year, and thank you very much. We are very, very happy with that.
Okay, so we hope the players out there to try to be a referee, try to be a coach, try to even be working in the administration. It's actually really, really fun. Okay, so from football to futsal, could you tell us more about your role in Pahang Rangers FC and what inspired you to be a leader and why?
Okay. I got this question a lot. Not by women. That's surprising me. By most men asking me, why do you go from football to futsal? Well, I have this principle in me. That if I were to work anywhere, I've wanted to work where there is a job iklan. there's a job interview where I have to submit. And I don't want to go in by cable. I want it to be by merit. I'm qualified for it. So there's no justification when someone asks, why should I? Is she qualified? So at that point when I applied, I think 2 days ago, everyone's hear this story. I applied to numerous places, especially AFC. That was my aim. I wanted to be in AFC, not clubs, not AFM or MFL. I want to be in AFC, just because the environment I was in when I studied everything was more internationalized. But then the job offer was all that I saw was beside AFC was Bahari list. That's why I applied Bahari list.
I see. That's actually quite a story from Mutiara. Okay, so in Pahang Rangers, besides Pahang Rangers, what has been the biggest challenge in managing the club itself?
So when I got the offer for Pahang Rangers, this related to your question. So I went to a few advisors. Sadly, I would not say sadly, but I hope I can be advised by women soon after this. I've been advised by 4 different men. And I took, in fact, Nabil himself is one of the person who's helping me out. One of the very I think meaningful advice and it gave a very strong impact to me was Mutiara, do you have no professional background? Because I started off from social clubs. I went to study, did my master's in sports management, and I did not have any professional background. So go and learn the industry. So that's why when I thought about it, I was like, of course, this is not football. This is not where my heart is. Even the first text that I sent to my boss and my team manager was like, I don't know anything about futsal. I don't know the law. I don't know the game. I have zero knowledge. But I'm here. If you want to be professional and work together, then yeah, I'm in. So, but they were very, very kind, and they helped me throughout the process. And because as a general secretary of Pahang Rangers, I work very closely with my president, Fahad, and he's a royalty. So the protocol is a bit different. So, and I told him, I don't know any protocol. I don't want to be called Cik Mutiara all the while with all this bodyguard on. I'm sorry. I'm here for my work, and I want to do my work. So, he's kind enough. Even the team manager and everyone was understandable of the thing that I requested, I demanded. I said I have set the barriers as such, and it was as such. So I'm very happy to be in Pahang Rangers because one of my principle that I want to be in a job where I applied and I went for the interview regardless if I've been rejected from the interview. But secondly is because by merit. Yeah, although I'm sure my boss did check with a few people around him, his friends who's also in the industry, but I know at some point back at my mind, I went there in by merit.
Okay, so do you know the rules of futsal right now? Or are you still lost?
I am now so much better, alhamdulillah. So when I went in, of course I have zero knowledge. Everyone will just Mutiara tak tahu. Mutiara tak tahu. You tak payahlah, you tak kisah, you tak payah tengok player tu, you tak tahu. So, of course, I took it as a challenge for me. And I want to know and study better. So now, I know the rules better than my team manager.
That's good. Okay, so what values do football bring to inspire more females? What are the values you think?
Values?
Like, as a woman, like we bring in the football industry itself.
Think for myself, I get annoyed when as a female itself, myself, we have emotions. So at some point we have to self-control ourselves. If we want to be a leader, we have to control ourselves. We have to put, I mean, not that I agree of putting yourself back, but you have to put yourself back in order for you to step forward. Um, so I think the values that any other female wants to be, whether a coach or a referee, a manager, you have to have that self-control. You can't be going in the dressing room shouting and cursing. I mean, of course, everyone has their emotions of anger and how they express it, but learning how to manage it better.
Could you share with us how some of the ways you control your emotions?
Some of it. So I get. I'm very particular about time. This one thing. Even in fact, before privileges, I just dislike to be not on time. I don't mind being early and I wait, but I don't like to be over the time. I mean, 10-15 minutes is okay. More than so. My colleagues at the office, they are used to go on. Not on. I mean, I would not say on time, but on their preferred time. And I got annoyed because I like to my jobs all to be done early in the morning. So I start at I pick my own office hour. So I start at 8 in the morning because I like to settle everything by 12 noon. And this barriers also that I set with my colleagues that I won't receive any phone call if unless it's emergency. So so when they are not in the office on time, so their office hours is like 9 to 9:30. So how I manage them is one, I change the office hour for them. As a reminder, I didn't say, oh, our office hours change. And then secondly, I did again. I said, because after some time, I think they're entitled or comfortable to how they work. So I change again. Oh, our office hours change again. I put it on WhatsApp group so everyone is worried and noted on it. So the third time what I did was I didn't go and question why were you late, because I don't think we are all adults and I shouldn't be asking them why you're late or why. You can self-explain to me. I mean, I'm okay as long as you inform me, especially on this when we are traveling tomorrow for games. So everything needs to be done before noon. So the third time what I did was I text on WhatsApp in the group. I said, we are all adult and I don't think I have to remind you again. So Alhamdulillah, now everyone is on time, even earlier than me.
That's good. That's good. So was it hard working with your male colleagues?
I won't say it's easy, but I won't say it's hard. It wasn't easy, but as the time progressed, I think we try to learn and understand each other. Of course, there is time when you have to justify what your intentions are, what you want to bring out. But there is also times that you terlepas pandang. It's like, oh, it's okay. You take it for granted. It's okay. As a human, we make mistake. I make mistake, but try to be on the path of like, this is what I want. This is how I want it to be. So communication is very, very important.
Okay. How can we enable more widespread public acceptance for female leaders, even without government and societal buy-in? What is your take on this?
I think we are all. I think it's the same that So 2 days ago we had this football for women class. I think I'll see the same thing here. We are all ambassador of women in football. Each one of us. We should one stop complaining, two critique, because we are the one who should find the solution and give the solution. Because if we keep complaining what is not provided for women, what is not enough for women, what should be provided for women, we won't get anywhere. That's just all problems.
So basically, it all starts from us, women ourselves. Okay. How can women balance work and life responsibilities?
Oh, to set the barriers, as I said earlier, how I set the barriers, like I work only in the morning. Um, you will be very surprised how many phone call I receive from my boss last year, only 3 times. Because I said the barriers. If you have anything, you can text me. If you have anything, we can email. It's not necessary I reply on time, but if it's urgent, of course it's urgent. But I have said that I will not call you unless there's something wrong, and he doesn't call me. He will text me, can I call you first? So that's the barrier that I set, so that we have a work life balance.
So there's a boundary in between.
there's a
Yes.
boundary.
Okay. So what advice do you have for women out there who want to work in a male-dominated field?
I think the best advice I would say is to go out there and seek knowledge. Just be hungry. Be very, very hungry for everything. Not necessary that you are a coach. You just go and learn only about coaching. If you're a referee, go and learn only about referee specifically. Go and venture on other things. There's a lot of courses online. You can just free courses, paid courses. There's a lot. You can just go and get it. And also be very, very open to any criticism and very open to learn on anything.
So be open-minded. Is that what you're trying to say? Okay. So thank you, Mutiara Bahir.